in the frozen wilderness of northern Canada, where silence stretches for thousands of miles and winter swallows entire landscapes whole. A mystery was born. An entire village vanished. Not a trace, not a body, not a single footprint. This is the story of Anjikuni Lake and the village of the dead. Near the icy waters of Anjikuni Lake stood a small Inuit settlement. Around 100 to 150 people lived here. They survived by fishing, hunting, and enduring one of the harshest climates on Earth. Life here was brutal, but it was peaceful. Until November 1930, Joe LaBelle, a seasoned fur trapper, arrived in the region for hunting. He had visited the settlement before. The villagers were known for welcoming travelers. As darkness fell, LaBelle made his way toward the village, planning to spend the night. But that night, something was different. There were no voices, no children laughing, no dogs barking, only silence. Usually the sled dogs would begin howling long before he reached the huts. But this time, nothing. Smoke still rose from some of the huts, as if someone had been there moments ago. LaBelle stepped inside. No one. He checked another hut. Empty. And another. Still no one. Cooking pots remained on the fire. Food had burned, uneaten. Needles were still threaded in half-sewn clothing. It was as if time had stopped mid-moment. The villagers hadn't packed. They hadn't prepared. They had simply vanished. Outside, the sled dogs were still tied. They had starved to death. Food was nearby, but there was no one left to feed them. In Inuit culture, dogs are never abandoned. Something was terribly wrong. Then came another chilling discovery. A grave recently disturbed. Who had opened it, and why? Terrified, LaBelle rushed to the nearest telegraph station. He contacted the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. When officers arrived, they confirmed every detail. The village was empty. No bodies, no signs of struggle, no blood. The snow was untouched. No footprints leaving the village. No tracks leading away. Only one set, Joe LaBelle's. If no one walked out, then how did they leave? The lake was frozen solid. Boats were still pulled onto land. If the villagers had escaped across the ice, there would have been cracks, broken surfaces. But the ice was smooth, perfect, unbroken. After months of searching, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police closed the case, unsolved. The mystery slowly faded into legend. But the questions never disappeared. In 1984, writers Roger Bohr and Nigel Blundell proposed a shocking theory: strange objects in the sky. Were they witnessing something not of this world? There was no proof, no evidence. But the theory captured imaginations worldwide. Some historians suggest mass migration. Others believe starvation forced relocation. Some argue the story may have been exaggerated. Yet none fully explain the burned meals, the tied dogs, the missing footprints. Nearly a century has passed. But the frozen silence of Anjikuni Lake still holds its secret. An entire community gone. No graves, no answers, just questions buried beneath the snow.